Hi everyone, welcome back to Patty Puckett Pouring Art. Today I'm going to be doing a 4-ingredient pearl pour. Now I got the 3-ingredient pearl pour recipe from Sarah Mack. I will have her YouTube channel down in the description, but I added Liquitex pouring medium to that because it just seemed to work better. I did a test tile and that's what I liked. So let me talk about the recipe real quick. Oh, I got a little bug in there. So as you know, the white base needs to be super thin. It sinks in when you hold it up. Very thin. So this recipe is 6 parts Floetrol, 4 parts soft body Artist Loft. These 6 parts Floetrol, 4 parts soft body Artist Loft white, 2 parts Behr Satin Enamel 70/50, and a half a part Liquitex pouring medium. The gloss, it's the gray and black. I don't have that in front of me. Gray and black container. So that's, and then I put as much water as needed. I didn't really measure the water. I just kept adding it until it got to the right consistency. So that's my base. And my colors today, Artist Loft Flow Acrylic Black, Chroma Molten Metals Dorado. I need to get more of this. I love this color. It sparkles. When it dries, it looks awesome. It pearls easily. So anyway, check it out. You can get it on Amazon. The blue is phthalo green, blue shade, and turquoise Amsterdam. These two together. The burnt sienna color is Burnt Sienna by Arteza, and what is this? Red Ochre by Artist Loft. All my colors are mixed with about 75% Floetrol. Well, let's say 80% Floetrol, 10% GAC 800, and 10% Liquitex pouring medium. That's in all these. And then I add water to the correct consistency, which is a little bit thicker. Not much, but just a little bit thicker than my base. So before I get started, I do want to, this is a used canvas, got the tape backed off, or the back taped off. So I want to make sure if I get some pearls, it's going to stick to the sides. Makes it a little sticky. Okay, I'm really torn on how I want to lay this down because it does matter. I'm not talking about, well, the base matters too. So this time, some people do it differently. Some people put the base on and take as much off as possible until there's hardly any left. And then they pour on there, whether they do a flip cup or stack the colors, sandwich the colors, and pour it out. Just drizzle it on, however you do it. But the base is like there's hardly anything left. This time, and some people like me once in a while, I'll put the base on and roll it around, but still keep a little bit, well, more than a little bit, on the canvas. Or sometimes I just pour a puddle and then go ahead and put my colors right over that. There's different ways to do it, and since I've had so many recipes, I'm not sure what's going to work with this recipe because I just did it on a tile. But I think I'm going to go ahead and pour it on, get some of it off, but not all of it. So let's get going here. I'm going to pour some off, but leave a bunch on. I'm going to bring it back to the middle. So there's still a lot of paint on here. Sometimes I put a puddle in the middle where the colors can flow with the base. Sometimes I think that it flows easier. If that makes sense. I don't know. It all flows together rather than fighting against the base that doesn't have much on it. So that's what I think I'm going to do this time. I'm going to go ahead and put a little puddle in the middle, put my colors on that. I want to make sure we get the bubbles out. Now deciding how to put the colors on. And if you don't like the cloudy part, in fact, hold on, I'm going to show you what I mean. Oops, I stepped on something. I'm supposed to step on. Okay. If you don't like this kind of stuff, the cloudy part, there's no cloud mix in here, it's just the base coming up. Then you want to make sure when you stack your colors, they're right on top of each other, because if you put them side by side and there's just a little bit of a white that comes up, this is what you're going to get. Now, I could easily fix that probably with putting some fake pearls, and I might have to do that on here. If you do a flip cup, you're not going to have that. Well, it's not going to look like that. So you have to sort of be careful unless that's the look you want. And I know Sarah Taylor likes that look, and I don't know. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it works out. She does a wonderful job. But I think I like the more crispy cells. So let's see what we're gonna do here. I think I'm gonna make 2 puddles. And I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can stack the colors right on top of one another. I'm not sure if I want any negative space, but I'll probably end up with some. Now this color, I'm just going to use it up. It's Matisse Gold. I just have a tiny bit, so I'm going to go ahead and use that because I don't like to waste. Not very much. I've never used Matisse in a pearl pour. That's what I'm going to do. See this one little spot right here? In between here is the pearl. And if you don't get that, it's going to become big, if that makes sense. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the green, but I'm going to come off on that. See right here, this little bit? I tried to come back over and the pearl got there. That'll become big. All about what you want. I don't want that, so I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get that out of there. It's going to be difficult. Okay, that's better. And the gold, which I really like. Put that on top. Come over here with it. On top. Come over here with it. Whoops, I just did what I didn't want to do. Right here. So I think it'll make it worse, but I'm going to see if I can just go over it. Okay, so this right here will end up being a cloud look. So will that. And so will this right here. Okay, we'll just have to go with it. And hopefully it'll look okay. There's a lot of paint on here. I still got to do the black. I'm going to go ahead and go over with the black and then come across. Same over here. Okay, I don't want that. That's a lot of paint. And I'm thinking I want more blue. And so blue over the black. I really want to use all the paint, so I'm just going to go ahead and use it. Okay, let's see what we get. We have that in the middle, I know. So we're going to have one in the middle. You could see how the paint is moving more together. This is where I'm going to take off a bunch. I will pick up this paint. Go back to the middle. Bring it down. Actually, I'm going to bring it this way. In the end, you do have to take a lot of paint off. So if you're not getting pearls, either your recipe's not right, your paints aren't thin enough, or you're not getting enough off. I'm going to go ahead and come back this way. Sorry guys. Now I'm hoping I got enough off. Sometimes you think you did get enough off and then you didn't. For example, I don't know if you remember that one little thing that I tried to get off, and there it is. Right there. I don't mind this. This is fine. Okay, we're getting pearls, so I'll just put it on fast forward for you guys, and we'll see how this transforms. So far it's looking good. Okay, I'm checking in here, and it's probably been, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes. That blob is bugging me, and that is my fault because I let it get big like that. There's another one right here. So there's another one right there. So I know what caused it, but I didn't get it all the way, and I wasn't careful enough. I think the pearls are looking really nice. I'm wondering if we're going to get something through the middle. Usually that's where you don't get them because there's more paint left on the canvas, especially when you layer. So you have the base, then you have the blue, and then the gold. So the blue's coming up through the gold, which looks pretty cool. Not sure if we're going to get anything right here. before I start messing with it, I'm going to give it more time, and then I might start fiddling around with it. Okay, I'm going to be putting some fake dots right in here, and I'm going to be using my Shelly Art Bloom recipe. I'll be using a pipette and my recipe with my leftover paints for the Shelly Art Bloom technique. They're thicker paints. This is a copper. I think it's Artist Loft copper. I'm going to fill up my pipette. Wipe off the ends. When you make the fake pearls, you have to make sure you get the air out of the first drop, and you hold pressure there. So I'm going to start down here and just put some dots here. We'll see how bad they spread. I hope I didn't make it too thin. So keep pressure. Do like a little bit thicker. It'll probably end up like puzzle pieces because it seems like there's a lot of paint underneath this. So this is just something you can do with an area that you don't like. I shouldn't have separated the two puddles, then I wouldn't have had this. Oops, almost out. I'm gonna get more just for that one little area. Okay. I also have some turquoise color. I was thinking, I don't know, I'm gonna go ahead and just mess around with this a little bit. I don't like that. I'm going to take a little bit of that ochre and do some, go right through this, the design here. I'm going to get rid of that white. This area, I think I'm going to put some fake turquoise dots. It's not the same color turquoise, but I'll get a new pipette and check that out. Okay, here's a little turquoise color. See what I can do with this. Whoops, gotta make sure I get that first bubble out of there. It's not gonna match, which is fine. Even though these aren't really round, I think it looks pretty cool. If I let this dry a little bit more, then I would have rounder fake cells. But I'm happy with the way it turned out. I'll bring you back in about, I don't know, I have to go somewhere, so it'll be a while. Okay, it's been about 30 minutes. I think that's about it that's gonna happen. This is cool. I like how that turned out, and I like how that copper turned out. Pretty happy with this piece. I really like how crisp the cells are, the pearls. And I think if I would have just got more paint off, I would have gotten more pearls. When this dries, I know that gold is really gonna shine. All kinds of different size pearls. This reminds me of a giraffe. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Check out my Amazon shop. Hope you learned something. Mahalo. Aloha.